So, man, want to hear a ghost story?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
What, do you fucking plan all this?
So, the girl in high school. All of her friends, the most popular girl. But one day, her friends started disappearing. One by one. And the hook, it appeared over and over. She kept seeing it. She couldn't stop seeing it. And then one day, she returned home, finding a trail of blood leading up to her room. And there, on the doorknob, there it was. The hook.
Okay, cool story, man.
Thanks. Happy Halloween, man.
Why are you here?
Halloween.
Welcome to the Creative Crew Podcast, episode 15. I'm Rob Forte,
Jacob Bernadette.
and yeah, we're back.
I am.
He's back. I wasn't expecting him to be back, but he is.
Surprise. I wasn't expecting to be back.
I know you weren't. We were planning on having another filmmaker come on, but didn't work out.
Sorry, you're stuck with me.
All right. So, what have you been up to in the past week?
Well, in the past week, I actually do have a good story for the past week. I went glass blowing.
Glass blowing.
Glass blowing.
All right. So how did that go?
It was really, really fun. There was a place on the west side of Milwaukee where you can go and you can pay like $65 to glass blow for an hour.
Oh,
No, it was like half an hour. But, you know.
that's pretty decent, though.
Yeah. So you are basically, the artist puts you in charge of the grunt work, and you have to like do the actual blowing and the rolling, but they'll have a craftsman at the other end who's actually shaping the glass because it's a two-man process.
Okay. It's not working out.
Come on, man. Technical difficulties, folks.
My jacket.
That's what seat covers are for. So it was really interesting because you basically got a glob of molten glass and then you're just blowing through one end of a tube. It's pretty long, the tube. And yeah, made a pumpkin.
That's cool.
It was.
So I ended up taking Michelle's senior pictures Saturday.
She'd mentioned that.
They turned out really well.
Nice.
I got all of them edited now. There's one. Of course, we had a couple ones that were for fun, but yeah, they ended up really nice, and I at least like the way that I processed some of them.
I took plenty of for fun pictures too.
Who did your senior photos?
Oh, my aunt. She's a photographer.
Here's one of my like more artsy shots that I did.
Oh, nice.
For those who can't see this currently, it is a picture of Michelle sort of like looking up a tree with her like hands sort of like up against it, and I'm aiming down the tree trunk at her, like at the ground. It's really nice. It highlights the eyes.
You can't just like, here's the image.
I can.
Just takes forever.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't take forever. Just I'll probably forget when I'm editing.
Takes forever.
No, I'll forget.
All right.
I'll take responsibility for that. I forget a lot.
I know that feel. She's actually, yeah, I saw her at work yesterday because that was her first day and I work next door.
Yeah, I know.
So that was like weird.
I mean,
Hey, I'm on duty. Hey, I'm on duty. See ya.
yeah. It's kind of weird because since I work here at the pub, I'll have like teachers come in and I'll see teachers just like hanging out. I'll see past like coaches that I had for like sports and stuff, and then I'll have of course, friends that'll like come and be sitting here like, "Hey, get RJ for me," and I'm like, please don't, I don't want to go out there.
God, those people. Hey guys, where's RJ? I want to see him. Just, no, I'm gonna be back here.
My job is back there, not out here talking to you guys.
Yeah, it is true. That's always, I mean, of course there's always like, of course you can like take a second to like talk to someone, but like, it's not like we're going to have a full-on conversation. I'm going to be like, hey, how's it going?
I mean, where you work, do you want to disclose where you work?
What?
Do you want to disclose where you work on the podcast? Are you okay with saying that the company that you work at?
I work at beep. Yeah, no. I work at Jimmy John's.
Now, Jimmy John's actually has a pretty open space.
Yeah. Well, it's tight, but it's well managed.
So people can pretty much just say, "Hey, what's up?" and have a conversation while you're doing work.
Yeah, because the only time I'm not gonna be like in visible range is if I'm either getting supplies from the back or I'm cleaning the pooper.
Love your description of that. But yeah, so when I was taking Michelle's photos, I noticed something. I like natural light a lot.
Yeah, that's the thing, is like it's really, really hard to beat sunlight, especially if it's like thin overcast, where it's like still really bright but it's diffused nicely.
I guess I'll put this one in too if I can remember. This is one of my favorite ones.
Oh yeah, that is nice.
It has a nice color to it, and I really like the color to it. Like it's really diffused. There's not a whole lot of shadows everywhere, but it still has like the nice brightness. And I'll use ISO 640 on that. And it was like in the middle of a forest and like an overcast. So I was actually pretty surprised at how the light was.
It doesn't matter if it's overcast, like even if it's thick overcast, sunlight is so, like, you never think about it like on a daily basis how much brighter the outdoors is to the indoors. Like you could have a room filled with lights and it will still be brighter outdoors on like the darkest day. Okay, not really, but you know. Like if it's like overcast. Fill up a room
with like a ton of these like LED lights.
That'd be pretty bright. But that's basically what they have to do for indoor filming.
Yeah. Excuse me, because with the current setup that we have, we're filming at I believe 1600 ISO, which isn't bad.
And it's decent, but like it will never beat outdoor sunlight.
It'll never get into the point of being underneath 1,000 unless we get a lot more lights.
Yeah.
And if we'd get more lights, they'd have to be like up there, over there.
Yeah, then you have to be careful to balance it, because then you'll just have like these weird shadows. Like we'll look like the moon, where it's just like line of darkness.
Like the skit that we did.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was the point. Film noir. Oh my God, we have to do a film noir skit.
Yes.
I'll bring my flask. I have a flask, by the way. And a trench coat. And sorry, real talk for a second. I mean, massive, like, film noir dork. I'm sorry. Deal with it.
So, maybe we can do that next week, if you're on again next week. Or the week after that.
You know, whenever.
Whenever we get back to it.
I have a cell phone. You can call me. I have a Skype. We never Skype.
I never know when you're on your computer because I'll like message you on Steam sometimes.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think it might be self-fulfilled prophecy, but I always wanted to be the guy who's like just kind of hard to reach. Like who's just kind of like,
God damn it, Jacob.
I will find you. You won't find me. but I think it's kind of developed this like subtle persona where it's just like I'm never consistent in any of my modes of like modes of contact.
That's terrible, but it's still funny. And you pretty much set out to do that.
I know. I was like, oh, that'd be cool if I'm like the guy you just can't find, and then I'll show up one day and you'll be like, whoa.
That was especially bad. But I was trying to work on a project with you.
Whoops.
Because like the one time I tried to get a hold of you, your phone was dead.
Sorry about that.
Your phone was dead. The other time I tried to call, it was like I did a wrong number. I didn't have your latest number. I tried messaging you on Steam. You were offline.
I use burner cells. Can never
like,
find me.
At that point, I had to physically go to your house to see if you were around.
And even then, it's not a guarantee.
Except you were home.
Oh, okay. I find you, though.
Don't tell me what to do.
I started playing Viscera Cleanup Detail.
Okay.
That's fun. Not for the squeamish. You've probably seen it around. It's kind of been gaining up in at least Let's Play popularity just for its bizarreness. But it's basically you are the like cleanup crew after like, you know, your action shooters and there's just torsos everywhere.
You're the cleanup crew for like the AAA genre?
Yeah.
Oh.
And like, so you have to go around and wipe up all the bodies and the blood and make sure the bullet holes are filled and there aren't shell casings everywhere. And it's really funny. And it's oddly relaxing too. It's like if you just want like in a half an hour of doing nothing, go clean a building.
That's what the Stanley Parable's for.
Yeah, it's true.
The Stanley Parable is just good at passing the time.
It really is. Some messes with your head, man.
The Stanley Parable is really funny though.
Oh god, they got some British humor at its finest.
Although I think they keep when it came out, I think they were trying to charge too much for what it was.
Yeah, they really did. It's a good game, but it's not like $15 worthy. Like it's.
I waited,
especially for the content that
I
they
waited
had.
till when it was on sale. Then I bought it.
So, have you gotten a chance to play Destiny?
Destiny, like the console game? Yes.
How do you like it? I know. I'm actually considering like trying out one of the more recent versions because one of my friends was telling me that they put a lot of work into solving a lot of the problems.
I played until I was level 10, and I was like, yeah, this is enough and for what I'm doing, and then I just stopped.
Because the thing is that I'm glad that they are working on it because Bungie does seem like the kind of developer who would want to like solve problems like that, but gosh, launch day was just a mess. But I don't know. I think I'll look back into it because I've definitely heard that they've made some improvements.
2 weeks, 3 days, by the way. 2 weeks, 2 days, actually.
Oh, yeah.
The hype train is back.
Stop.
Shoot, shoot.
Too much hype train. No more hype train for you.
No more hype train. Oh,
Your
man.
ticket is void.
I'm waiting till when they have the preload up. I'm just like, give me it.
I'm pretty excited too. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Are you planning out any like classes? What kind of run you want for your first go? I'm considering.
I'm not sure because the way that I've actually played Fallouts has been pretty organic.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I've been doing a lot of role playing lately, and actually, since I've gotten back into Tor, I joined a role playing guild, and it's all really like nice and swell. We have events going on daily, and excuse me, going really well. I really want to role play a character now in Fallout, but with the way that they have it set up, with how the world actually evolves, like it actually has like almost leveled zones, if you want to call it that.
It's tricky to roll with, like, character-wise. I think that definitely the first run through is the best for like just like going in just blind, like do a basic run, do all you can.
That's what I think I might do. Just like do an organic run the first time through, and then do like all these different like crazy playthroughs.
I like to do passive runs, like try to get by without killing anyone or killing as little as possible.
The no kill runs. Oh, so hard.
See, I don't go for no kill. I just go for less kill. Like I'll kill like creatures, but I try to not kill like any
humans.
Yeah, anything human.
Yeah, I can understand that.
I like to do my film noir dork. I like to do my film noir runs, which is you're only allowed like small arms, melee weapons, and you basically have to be drunk all the time. And it's fun.
I actually did a character in Fallout New Vegas, of course, wearing the mysterious stranger duster and the fedora, and I traveled with a 22 revolver and a 22 revolver and a 9mm pistol, because of course the 22 revolver isn't going to get you shit. But that and I just had a bunch of whiskey on my character.
That's the way you got to run it, man.
And that was a pretty fun playthrough.
This ain't no world for the soft-boiled.
I can't remember the stats that I gave him, but it was pretty funny.
It actually reminds me of D&D. I actually DM for a D&D group. But God, it's just such a fun game. If you have a group of friends, I recommend trying it sometime.
Last time I played D&D, fun fact, so I had insulted this dude's character, and it was like, this was like at the end of like when I was like trying to get out of the group, and like I at least wanted to give one of my characters like a send off. I insulted this character, and then I was running away. Son of a bitch.
Oh, I know this story.
He takes out his bow and arrow, just shoots my character in the ass, falls over. So then I rolled. He fell over, of course, because endurance wasn't high enough or some shit. And then he rolled. Then he was like, dude, screaming in pain, so I wasn't able to like respond in a way. So he rolled again to shoot me again. And then he draws the arrow, crit win, headshot. He was like,
nice.
Then he was like, crit. Then he rolls again, crit wins again. So it was placement in the eye.
Dead.
And then I rolled for damage on my character, and I got left with like 3 health left.
Nice. I don't know that like it'd be 3 health. I'm pretty sure it'd just be dead. But you know, whatever. D&D. Though I will say,
I could come back as a pirate.
I know.
Yarr.
That be not fair. Why did you shoot me in the eye? Rude. Shoot. But I will say though, be wary. Playing D&D is a really quick way to find out which of your friends are really salty.
That's very true.
It's
salty friends are what come with D&D.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's one of them who's just like, I don't care for this. I'm doing this. Just like, God, stop.
Wants to go on their own quest by themselves.
I know. It's so you will end up hating at least one of your friends, unless they're like really like tight. But you know, even then.
So anyway, that's the end of today's podcast. Be sure to join us on Friday for the Creative Spark, and again on Monday for the Creative Spark, and then we'll be back with another podcast on Friday. I'm Rob Forte.
Yes, you are. Jacob Bernardin.
This is the Creative Crew. Sign it off. See you in the next video.
Have a good one.